Hello everybody, and welcome to an episode of the Kreative Cast with me, your lovely and wonderful host, Kevin Kreative. And I've been in such a tokusatsu mood, big surprise, but yeah, it's just been a lot of cool stuff coming out, pumping out one after the other, and I can't help it. A lot of anniversaries. I mean, when they've been doing this for 50 years, it's gonna happen. Oh, it's the 15th anniversary of this one. Oh, it's the 30th of this one. The 20th of this one. It's just any excuse to pump out a product, and I'm freaking here for it. I can tell you that right now. I've got some stuff pre-ordered, ready to go, and I'm going to pre-order some more. I'm going to keep this train going. I'm going to tell you that right now. I mean, good lord, this is the year of the Gao Ranger. Oh, Wild Force. I freaking love that series. One of my favorites. I'm just going to say it. It's probably going to be the number one in my list. Not number one. I think Time Force. That one's pretty good too. But in terms of like overall, I really do like Wild Force. I do think that's like one of the better series. And I think a lot of people can agree. I think in terms of just like the products themselves, I think everyone can agree that the toys are freaking awesome. So this year, they've got the G Phone. I got that, and that freaking kicked out. The G Phone is what set me off into being like, okay, this stuff is actually really cool. It does a lot more than I thought it was going to do. Let's look into this. Got a few more things along the way. And I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, well, they've done memorial editions of the other swords within the other series. Like they've got the Shinkenmaru, I think still available. Maybe they'll do a crystal saber with the crystals, the crystal balls, yes. The power animals, the wild doors. I was kind of thinking like, maybe they'll do that eventually, but I'm not going to hope for it anytime soon. But boy, wouldn't that be freaking cool. I was literally thinking that a few months ago. And then here we are, it just popped up out of nowhere. They're doing it. All 5 of the crystals in behind the saber. The crystal saber. I freaking know. Where is it? I got something right here. I'm going to do it. Ooh. Oh, that's a good sound. I freaking love that sound. There's something about that jingle that I just can't ever get over. Like, I remember as a kid watching the show and just, I don't know, there's just something about it that just always stuck out as like, oh, a lovely little jingle. That was from my, Gokaija. Ah, yeah, Kaizuku Sendai, Gokaija. That was from that series, the, Gao Lion. Very cool, very cool. That's a good one on its own, I will say, as just like a cool Sentai toy, Tokusatsu toy, whatever you want to call it, but like, damn. It's beautiful. I love it. I love having that. So yeah, as a person who's always been a huge fan of Wild Force, but never has owned anything from it, maybe I had some Wild Force like action figures as a kid, but let's see, that was like 2002, 3, so I was probably like 9 or 10, so surprised, very surprised. I think I was probably at the time more into Transformers, if I had to guess. And that's probably why I didn't really get into the Power Rangers that much in that point. I've noticed that Power Rangers is something that I come and go. I mean, that's how everything is, right? Like Star Wars, DC, Marvel comics, and all that. So, yeah, I'm really surprised. Never got anything from Wild Force. So, I guess I was just, I like the show. I definitely know, I know I love the show. And I always thought the Zords were cool. So, yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Now I think about it, that is weird. Why did I never just think to get the toys? I don't know. Now that we've got the memorial line, that's pretty cool. Gonna get that saber there with the can't get over that. Like I said, I've got the G Phone already, and like that was cool. I got that, and I was just like, oh, these are like props. These are like really proper props. So I mean, as close as it's gonna get. Got the Maji Phone, the Wulza, the Wolf Kaiser, the Wolf Phone, the purple version. That one is coming out soon. I can't wait. They're just so good. The Maji Phone is actually really good. That's way better than I thought. Glad I managed to just get one at the last second. So that's pretty cool. And then also, I decided to get these super small model kits, where they call them the SMP. Super mini plot, there you go. So I'm caving. I'm freaking caving, and I'm getting the freaking Gao Ranger models, and ugh. I think that's going to be kind of it for now. I really was considering getting the Car Ranger stuff. They did just put out pictures of, like, the second Megazord of that series, and oh, they look good. They look really good. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could justify it. Like, they're just so expensive. Like, these ones, the prices went up. They just jacked up the prices, freaking tariffs and all this other goddamn bullshit and taxes. So, yeah, they are just like, ugh. So, I'm just biting the bullet. I'm saying, screw it. We've never owned any of the Gao Ranger stuff. It is all very, very cool. And this is better than nothing. I'll tell you that right now. That being said, with the way the Memorial line is going, with all of these reissues of old products just made better and like more screen accurate with all the sounds and lights and everything like that, I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you think they could maybe do that with the Megazords and all the mechs and all that? I don't know. Like, why not? If they could do that with the Morphers and, like, you know, whatever else they can think of. Same thing with, like, Kamen Rider. They do the Super Best line and the CSM, the Complete Select Modification line, where it's basically just taking the same stuff and reissuing it or making it better and selling it for a higher price point and all that stuff. So it's like, why not do that with some of the Megazords? Like, why not just take the Car Ranger, Car Robo, and then just, like, engineer it with today's stuff and then put that out? That would be sick. It's basically the Bandai Legacy line. Like, remember the golden era of buying Power Rangers toys was when Bandai Legacy stuff was coming out. Like, I mean, I have almost all the stuff, so like, I'm glad I have it. But yeah, why did it have to die? Why do angels have to get their wings clipped? Like, it was just, they were so good for like $60. Finally, in America, we had good Power Rangers toys that were like affordable. It's like, why couldn't I keep going? We have the Zap Astro Megazord, and that's basically the same thing. Like the Zap Astro Megazord, and then I know they did the Mighty Morphin and the Dragon Zord. That's basically the legacy for the most part. But yeah, that's basically just taking those designs and making them today. And they're good. They're so good. It's just like, we had it. We had it all. And it's just gone. Like the Morphers. Die-cast, beautiful lights and sounds. The Dino Blaster thing, like I've got that thing. It's it with the chrome. I remember the sound. It turns into all the modes, and it's just so good. Dragon Dagger. Oh, I kind of regret not getting the Hasbro Dragon Dagger because I did have that's the thing. I had the Bandai Legacy one, so I was like, well, I don't need like 50 Dragon Daggers, and I don't know. Maybe I should just stick with that. Yeah, maybe I should just like be all right with that mindset of not having 50. So whatever. But cool stuff. I still might get the sword, the Hasbro sword, because it's just there. It's there at an affordable price. Worst case scenario, you sell it. So Saba. Ooh, I've got my Saba hanging. I'm looking at it right now on my wall. Ooh, such a presence. Love that. Lovely. Like that is a good looking, just sword prop, cool thing, and it's got like the talking function and all that. Summoning White Dog-Eyes Horde now. White Ranger power. Like, you know, that's just, it's cool. I mean, like the gizmos, whatever, the gears on the inside, they're a bit loud when you're having him talk. He's like, as he's trying to talk over that, but still, it's perfect. I think it's just perfect. I mean, obviously, yes, you know, having the button there on the side, it's a bit of noticeable, but overall, like die-cast and gold painting and the saber extends and the metallic and and everything. It's just, and the motorized function, the talking, it's just, I don't know, man. That was a really good time. That was a good time to be a Power Ranger fan. And today, it's not so bad. I will say the Memorial line is really solid. So we do have that, but it's just like, because, like, there's even, like, they did the Go-Sager, the American Go-Sager, and then the American Shinkenger. They just, like, put those out in Toys R Us in America, and that's just cool. It's cool that they did that. I bought them both. Those are both my Gosei Great and my Shinkeno. Both of those are the technically American, Japanese, both of them put together, Bandai. Coolness. And, yeah, I love those. Currently, I have the Shinkeno out, but I actually have them in his, like, symbol forms, because why not? He looks so cool, and the fact that he can do all 3 moves. So I did that, and they're with the Ranger keys, and it's a great little display. So a lot of cool stuff that just used to happen, and like I said, we have the Memorial line and the Japanese stuff, but it's just so goddamn expensive. But whatever, I'm making it work. I'm balancing it out, so it's good. Because the thing is, like I said, I'm pretty much done with model kits. There's just, like, I've got them all. What else is there? What else can I need? There's just all the new stuff I see with Gunpla is just not catching my eye. Gundam X stuff is cool. Maybe I'll wait for a sale and get the Leopardon. I think that's what it's called, the green one. But I really don't need it. That's where we're at with that. I think I mentioned this. I did get the what is it? The G Gundam Shadow Gundam, the Ninja. You know what I'm talking about? That guy. We have the Assassin Ninja Shadow Gundam guy from G Gundam. And that'll be that. So, until they announce another one in that vein, I don't know what to do. Same thing with Wing, unless they do that. Because the thing is, with the Wing stuff, now they're moving on to high-grade Endless Waltz. And we've talked about this before. I don't need a high-grade version. I have the Master Grades. Still ready to go. Ready to be painted. So, I'm fine with that. Cool pass. Easy pass. So, there you go. We're just going to play the waiting game on that. So in the meantime, I'm able to get this Super Sentai stuff and Kamen Rider stuff, and that's pretty cool because it's looking really good. The displays are coming out pretty fantastic. I'm managing to get all this stuff together in some really cool ways. I'm excited to eventually make that display video. I definitely want to do a display video just because, like I said, it is looking good. I'm trying not to get too crazy and put too much, but I don't know. I think what I'm going to have to do is once I have everything out the way I want to have it out, I think from there I'm going to have to take a step back and put some stuff away. So we're just going to get there and just see where we can do with it. For now, it's fun to have all this stuff out and just messing with it. It feels like I'm in a toy store. Like I live in a toy store. It's pretty cool. Lots of gizmos and gadgets and wonderful things. Trinkets and torkets and all of this with my shoestring. It's just cool. I don't know. It's just a lot of cool stuff in a really cool way, and it's a happy time. And that's just the fun of all of these toys, just finding ways to display them in intricate and unique, fun ways, mix and match. Why the hell freaking not? And I'm enjoying it. Why the heck not? It's a good time. Things that are just all about joy and you're just having a good time. Why the heck not? Today, I actually just got in for Kamen Rider Zetsu. Thank goodness. I was concerned I was going to miss out on the Capsum sounder. Whatever you call it. The sounding. Use it to sound yourself. Comes with a metal rod. It's the Sound Rider Capsum Set 6 Rokaja. And that is the perfect set. The reason this one was like, I should have pre-ordered it sooner. I don't know why I was so dumb. Obviously, it was going to sell out pretty quick. It's still available. It just came in stock. I don't know how long that'll last. That is the set to get. If you're going to get any of them, I really recommend that one because you can pretty much get all of the other Capsums with the other bundles that I will say are much less available now that the season's coming to an end. I was really hoping there was going to be one more push like near the end of the season. The show's not over, so maybe there will be, but I was really hoping there's going to be one more push where they just put out like, yeah, maybe everything, just whatever's just not in stock, just like look at what's available and just put out, have everything available basically, so that way all the people at the end of the show who see the last episode or whatever, they just want to catch up. And maybe that'll be the case, I don't know, but I didn't want to take the risk, and I did buy some stuff. Like I got the Dual Mare, the Capsum, that one I ordered. It's going to be coming in a couple of weeks. And then the Extreme, that one's pretty freaking cool. And then the Nox, the Nox Midnight Shadow. I got that thing too. So that's going to be fun. It's fun to have the upgrade stuff and all that for everybody. Only thing is I missed out for Nox is the freaking yellow and pink little shadow Capsum sets. Yeah, I was a fool. I was an absolute fool. And I thought, that set would be more available than I guess apparently it is, because now it's insane prices that I'm not paying. I'm not waiting. I'm going to wait, goddammit. Like I said, I think there'll be one more push where they're just going to put out everything and make it all available near the end of the season, hopefully. And if they don't, whatever, I'll just keep an eye on. Hopefully we can get ourselves the Nox set, because yeah, that one sold out, and I don't know, I just thought it would be more available. I didn't realize it was going to be something that was just going to sell out within like the run of the show. I thought it'd be something that would just be kind of accessible just from its release date moving forward till the end of the season. I thought I had that time. Evidently I was wrong. So there you go. But back to this sound set, the one that I got, the number 6, the Roku. That comes with the yellow Inazuma. The Inazuma Capsum, if you remember from the early episodes, his powered-up form, based off his sphere of lightning. And you get the booster one, the special booster Capsum that was restricted from Zero at first, and then he eventually earned the right to use it. Those two are not readily available like the rest of them are. I mean, obviously now all of them are kind of scattered. Like I said, the stuff's kind of selling in the series and all that, so you're on your own, I don't tell you. But when the show was flourishing in the beginning, as it was new and all the stuff was coming out, you you can get all this stuff pretty readily, except for the yellow and the booster one. I guess the white one, I don't know what you call it. But because the yellow one came with the Inazuma Blaster. So yeah, sure, if you want to get that, still 100% available. You can get that at a discount even. But I didn't really want the Inazuma Blaster, so I didn't want to just have to buy that just to get this capsule. So I'm glad that this set came out so I could do that. If it goes on like a super mega clearance, like if they do that and it's like 30 to 40 bucks, okay, fine, I'll get the Inazuma Blaster, why not? But for, not having to deal with that, it's nice that I have this. And then the same with the booster one. That one's pretty cool too, and that was like a special edition thing, I think. It was like you got it in Japan, Amazon or something. I don't know. It was just like the same thing, just not in a standard release format. So it was a thing where you kind of got it or you just kind of didn't. Like that's where that was. And you know what? I was that one. I got into the Zets a little late because my timing is just the worst. I don't know why. I always get into things at the wrong time where it's like, now I gotta catch up to everything and try to find it. Like every time I get into something, it's like that tail end. It's like, I'm never there at the peak of the beginning. Like Myth. Right now, Kamen Rider Myth is coming out and everything's accessible and available, and I'm just not interested. So it's just like, well, whatever. But anyways, yes, it's nice to finally have a full set of all of the main capsums from the show. Yes, there's all of like the side characters' capsums, but I'm not going to worry about those. I just wanted to get Zets because that's a really good driver. It's a fun time, really good lights and sounds. Just, I don't know, it's cool. It's a fun toy with fun gimmicks. I like the capsums and they're clear, color things, the little clear balls. I like the fact that it makes like a nice little rainbow of display. That's pretty cool. Just like the Q-Tama, that just makes like a rainbow of cool little orbs. And like same thing with like, what do you call it? The Crystal Saber. I don't know what to tell you. Clear plastic in a rainbow format, little crystal balls. That works. I guess that's just tokusatsu for you. They know what they're doing. It works, and I'm into it. So there you go. And then if I can get more of the other capsums, why not? Like I said, this thing has a lot of cool functionality. Why not just add to it? So we might try to do that in the future. So I do have a display with the other capsums. I just want to get one more set. I should probably not dilly-dally on that one. We've already learned a few lessons, so I'll get to that sooner than later. But one more set just to fill it out and then put it on the shelf, and bingo, there it is. It's going to be hung up on the wall, actually, in my nice little display. So, again, one day I'm going to try to show everything off in a very, very cool manner, and that'll be nice. So, like right now I'm working on redoing one of my displays, and then we're going to put up some other displays, some Q-Ranger displays. We've actually got a couple. We got a Q-Ranger display I'm working on, and then Ryo Soja. Like that's another good freaking series. I'm glad I was able to get my hands on all that stuff. That's the other most recent stuff I actually just got was the Ryo Soja. That's another one that I've never seen the show, but I really want to. I just don't know where to watch this stuff. It's just unfortunately very hard to find. I don't know why they don't just put it on YouTube. Kamen Rider, they're doing a pretty good job of slowly getting stuff onto YouTube, but Super Sentai doesn't seem to be the case. Like Power Rangers, they're actually doing a pretty good job of getting that up on there. So like I can at least watch Power Rangers, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, Super Sentai, I don't know what's up with that. That's a weird one where I'm just struggling to find any way to watch it. So there you go. I'm going to try to buy the DVDs and Blu-rays at some point, but yeah, this is more stuff I got to get first. So there's a queue. There's a bit of a queue, but hopefully one day it'll happen when it happens. Because, yeah, I've got a lot of videos that I want to work on surrounded by Tokusatsu, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Power Rangers that I'm working on. I've been putting in a ton of work into making thumbnails and coming up with the ideas. I've been doing a lot of filming, and today I was just working on uploading all the footage to my computer. So after I'm done with this, I got to get back to that. I need to do a bunch more filming. I haven't even scratched the surface with all the filming I need to do. Because the thing is, I think I've decided what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to make the thumbnails. Maybe not all of them, but like, once we get to that point, because I'm not working on the thumbnails just yet because that's going to be a project on its own. I think I'm going to make a bunch of those thumbnails first. And then in terms of the footage, I think I'm going to try to get almost all the footage first. Because I could do, episode by episode type stuff, but I think I'd rather just get all the footage. I know what I want it to look like for all the episodes. I know what, in terms of a series, and I know what I have and all that. So it's just like, I think I'm going to film everything first, put it all on my computer, get all, like right now I've been organizing all the footage into different series, and then do all the recordings for that first. Once we have all the footage, move on to the thumbnails. Once we have all the thumbnails, move on to the audio, and then eventually edit them all together. Once all of the videos, maybe not all of them, because that might be too much, but once a good majority of the videos are edited together, I think that's when I'll begin releasing them. So it's probably going to be a while before the series ever sees the light of day, unfortunately. I think that's just the best way to go about it, so that way I'm not rushing so much and I can just focus on making the series. So yeah, right now I've just been doing so much filming, and then but it's good. I'm practicing different angles and stuff. I'm thinking about getting an official camera. I was hoping that an iPhone would be enough. I don't know. I'm just seeing that there is better. Like, an iPhone is great, but I'm just seeing that there is better ways to film. So, might look into that, and we'll see. Because I would like these videos to look as nice as possible. For now, we're just sticking to the phone and let's see what happens, but whatever. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's an iPhone 17. It's not a bad camera, so don't want it to look too blurry. That's part of the process, is figuring out the angles and the lighting and all that stuff to make it look presentable and nice. But it's going well. Like I said, the first things I've been filming is some Kamen Rider stuff. I've got all these different, like, little displays and suitcases and boxes and just things to show off the products in a fun, interesting, unique way, so you're not just looking at the same thing over and over. So I'm just trying to get that all sorted and figured out. Ryu Soldier, I have almost everything I want out of that series. It would be nice if I can get the other two Ryu Soul sets. I have sets like I think 3 and 4. It'd be nice if I can get my hands on them. I'm not going to force it. If I can find them, I find them. If I don't, I don't. Having 2 out of 4 is not bad as terms of just like A, having a display, and B, being able to mess with the toys and all that. It's not a bad setup. So that's good on that. And then in terms of the morphers, I've got everything. I mean, it's not like there's a ton, but I have the standard Ryu Soldier changer. That's an okay one. It's not my favorite, but it's still cool that it's a wrist changer thing. I think that's fun. And then the Ryu Soken, the sword. Now that is where things get interesting. That has like all of the real lights and sounds. I think if I had to guess based off of the way these toys work and all that, and also just like the show and everything, like I said, I haven't seen it, but just based off of like the promotion of the show and all that, it seems like the focus is on the sword, and it makes it feel like maybe they were going to have the sword be the morpher, and then at some point they said, you know what, people don't really like it when it's the sword and the gun, and I don't think it's necessarily bad to have the gun be the morpher, but more so the sword. Like, it's just not as interesting to have that be the morpher, so they made the wrist-mounted device just to have that as a morpher, and then have the sword be the sword, and I think that's a fun way to do it. Why not? Just give us more stuff. I'm okay with that. But yeah, that is a good toy. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of the sword stuff, but that's a good one. It's really in the guard and the hilt that it shines, so. And the blade itself is cool. It's just like, it's just too short. So there you go. But very fun to mess around, lights and sounds and all that. So these dinosaur series, man, they really do a good job. Anytime they do dinosaurs, it's just, I don't know, man. They always come out great, so it's just like, why? I really have zero problem. If they want to just keep busting out dinosaur related content, I'm on board. They do it right. Same thing with animals, like, and vehicles. They really just, they don't miss with any of them. There's some that are better than others, but for the most part, they're all pretty good. I will say Boomanger, though, that was a miss. They can make mistakes. They're not infallible. They did Toei, Bandai, all of them. They're not perfect, all right? Boomanger. I think Boomanger designs of the characters were fine. I think the Morpher was a little, I mean, it's fine. It's fine for what it was. A little simple, but it's fine. The Zords and the Megazords and all that, just, oh, what a miss. Those look bad. They did not look good at all. They look like really cheap, flimsy, crappy toys. I don't tell you. They did not look good. So there's that. Kira Major, those are, they needed more time in the oven. I don't think they're bad as terms of concepts and like what I'm looking at. They just don't seem like a lot. I was really thinking about getting them because there are things about them I like, but it's like I could get that stuff, or I could get the Gow Ranger stuff that they're doing. Oh, and if it's going to be between Kira Major and Gow Ranger, I mean, good Christ almighty, there's just no question. It's just not. I'm getting the freaking Gow Ranger. That stuff is cool as hell. That's kind of how I feel about that. Oh my goodness, we're just going on to all these different tangents. But yes, anyway, so for the Gow Ranger stuff, I have pre-ordered the King, right? Yeah, Gao King and then Gao Hunter. So basically the main Megazord and then the 6 Ranger Megazord. So we're good on that. If I paint these like the way I do my other model kits, they're going to get destroyed as I mess with them. The paint's just not going to hold up. I don't know why. You buy a Bandai product and you can take it apart and put it back together, and it's for the most part fine. As long as you're not being rough with it, it'll be fine. But like, you know, you paint up a model kit and you look at it and the paint's just chipping. I don't know what's going on with that. So I just got to be real careful. And I think my plan is I've decided I am going to paint them, but not like 100%. So for example, the Shark Zord, the silver bits are already painted. So what I'm thinking is I'll just mask those off and then just do I'll do like a nice metallic blue for the shark. And then I'll probably have to redo the eyes and all that. And then I'm thinking I'll add some teeth details, like the teeth are molded. Why not just make because I know the bottom jaw has silver, so it's perfect. That's already done. And then make the upper one silver. So I think that's pretty doable. And like I said, it's the Shark Sword. I'm not too worried about damaging the paint. The transformation is not that crazy. So I think we'll be all right with that. So basically anything that needs to be silver or gold or metallic, I'm going to paint. That's basically the rule there. And then it's just a matter of figuring out the rest. So for example, the Tiger Zord, the white Tiger Zord, I would love to do that in like a pearl white, but the paint scheme on that's a little bit more tricky. I'll have to see it when I get it. If the stripes are molded in, I think I should be okay with being able to paint that. My one concern is the transformation on the Tiger Zord is a little bit more involved than the Shark Zord. Like the Shark Zord, you basically just like, I think you just extend the head out to make the joint and then rotate it and then like fold the fins in. And that's pretty much it. With the Tiger Zord, you got to take the legs off of the body to transform it. Ooh, that's going to be a bit nerve-wracking. So if I do end up painting it, I'm going to have to be very careful. This stuff might be the one where like, okay, I'm going to wear gloves just to make sure I don't really mess with it. If I go, you know, a little full on with the painting. Because I don't want to use the stickers at all. So anything that requires stickers, I definitely want to paint. So I know there's going to be a lot of logos and designs to work on, but that's okay. Like, I'm pretty confident in my skills that I can handle that just to paint them up and look nice and all that. So I'm not too worried in that regard. It's just mostly like what parts are going to be rubbing up against each other and that you're going to have to mess with. So for example, on the Bison and on the Rhino, the transformation on those are a bit extensive. They got to turn into the entire waist and leg segments. You really got to take those ones apart. So I'm probably not going to paint them. I think I've decided that for those, I'm going to paint the metallic parts. So the silver parts are going to be silver, the gold parts are going to be gold, and anything that's stickered is going to be painted. But for like example, the Bison is supposed to be black. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to bother to paint that in any way. Why bother? Like I said, it's supposed to be black. Yes, it would look nicer if it was painted black, but it doesn't need to be, especially because I'm going to go for a very glossy finish on this one. So I think we'll be okay there. And then the same thing with the Rhino one. Like that one, I do want to paint it, but I'm just worried about the chipping. We'll have to see on that. Armadillo, haven't decided. Because on the one hand, like, it would look nicer if I did paint the purple, metallic purple. On the other hand, it seems like it'd be a real pain in the ass to mask and paint and fix and all that, because it's just like the silver's already painted on it. There's no separation there, unfortunately. So if the silver was its own parts, it wouldn't be an issue, but they made it all one piece, so I don't know what to tell you. And then the face is going to be a little tricky, but like I said, don't want to use the stickers, so we are going to paint the face. That's just how things are going to go. That's where my line is, because like I don't know, that's the whole point. Like, it's just like trying to figure out how we're going to paint detailed little face, like with all the lines and all that. That's just part of the fun. I don't know. In terms of the purple and the armadillo and the silver, that's already there, so I might just say screw it, leave it, and just like I said, give it a nice gloss coat and call it a day. Same thing with like the blue rhino and the elephant. I really want to paint the elephant in metallic blue. That would look so nice. But again, like just turning into the sword mode and inserting it onto that's the thing. Ooh, and then with the shark. Yeah. Dangerous waters. I need to look into this and see how everything comes together to see, like, is there going to be potential chipping and all this? That's why I'm concerned. Because if I don't paint them, then there's no worry. But if I do, I'm going to have to be careful. Don't want to be transforming them and putting them into different modes all the time. So we'll see. We'll just have to see when we get there. I'm really considering getting multiples. I know I shouldn't, but we'll see. I'm not going to do any multiples like during the first run, but it's just like, all right, if they eventually, you know, if some of them go on sale, because they did before. God, do I wish I got them when they were on sale before. God, do I wish I got them when they were on sale before. But whatever. There is that really big Gao lion that comes with the Gao elephant for the centaur mode. That's pretty freaking cool. I'm going to be painting that in a metallic red for sure. I think I'm going to do metallic red for both of the lions. I think I'm just going to say screw it. I think it's fine. I've looked into it. The transformation doesn't look too intense for the lion. I was really worried at first. I was like, ooh, it's just like crammed into a ball in the middle of everything. But I think it's possible to be careful enough to where I won't be scuffing it up. So I want to paint that in metallic red on both of them. I might make them look a little different in terms of metallic red, but I definitely want to do it because that's going to look really good, especially on the bigger version. That's going to look so nice. So I can't wait to do that. The Falcon for the Icarus. Probably not going to paint that up. I think I'm going to leave that and just do the gloss and just say screw it because that's another one where it's just like trying to paint the face and all that for the Falcon would just be too much. Like I said, it's fun to figure it out, but there's a limit. Like this is going to be way too much. So I think I'm just going to leave it and just call it what it is, give it a high gloss and leave it. The white parts though, on the feathers, that I might do a pearl white because why not? I think that can look pretty good. I think I'm going to do that. Like I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is I'll do it in silver and then go over it with the pearl white on top of that. I think that might look good. I don't know. But that's my idea with it, pretty much. And then, Gao Kong, that's another one where like I think I'm going to do the full metallic treatment. I think his transformation is not too intense, so I think it could handle if I decide to give it a metal paint job because that's going to look good. If I do metal green, that's going to be a good time. It's going to look good. What else? The alligator. Ooh, that one I want to paint. That one I do want to paint metallics. It's just figuring out how. I need to figure out the best way to go with painting the gator. Because that's one where he's got all these little bits and pieces everywhere. That you're going to have to mask and go over and blah, blah, blah and all that. So I've done it before. It's doable. It's just figuring out how to tackle it. And then there's just a bunch of them. So yeah, can't wait to get all of them. And then they're going to be doing the manta ray. They're doing the manta ray, the bat, and then the boar with the chariot. Ooh, and I found concept art of like what the Megazord would look like based off of the old designs, and it looks pretty cool. The bat wings look sick as hell. That looks cool as fuck. I'm really liking that. Just the idea of like we have the Gao Icarus with the big wingspan, like that was pretty cool on its own. I will say it is cool just having the Gao Icarus just be its own thing with wings, and like it's pretty glorious. Like that's a pretty cool looking Megazord. So, but I think now that we're having like the evil dark equivalent with having the bat and the boar, I think that'll be interesting too. The boar looks like it's gonna have like a drill weapon for an arm. Seems fine. Whatever. I don't know what to tell you. And then I think the body might be made up of the chariot, I think, because it has the shoulder cannons from the chariot, and that's gonna look freaking cool. I love me some shoulder cannons, so can't wait to get that. And then the manta, I mean, on its own, I think it actually looks really cool. I think just the idea of having like a manta Zord, which they've done, they did that in the Ghost Sager line, but just having like a full one, like that's fun. And having it be yellow, I don't know, that's just weird but fun. With Gao Ranger, all of these Zords like mix and match really well. All of them can combine with everything. Very few combinations you can't make with this stuff, and like that's pretty cool. And then not only that, but they function in different ways depending on which Zord you're using. So yeah, so for the kangaroo, for the Gao Kong, they come apart and form these like knuckle weapons and like shoulder cannons that look so freaking good. That's really cool. But if you combine the kangaroo with the peacock and then the walrus and the turtle, he turns into the legs and he's like a whole nother thing, and like that's pretty freaking cool that they can figure out how to do that. Like I don't know, I like that. And then same thing with the turtle turns into an arm for this Megazord, but then for the Gao Hunter, he turns into like a backpack that's like I don't know, blades or a wing set or something, I don't know, but it looks cool. So that's fun. I think that's a really fun time, and that's what I'm saying about like being careful with painting stuff, because there's just so many cool combinations you could do, and I really want to enjoy it. So that's what I'm saying, like, I don't know, maybe once I get all of them once, if they're still available, screw it, let's do this a second time around. I would love to have like an exceptionally good Gao Ranger display. Like that would be so freaking cool. Now that we're getting the Crystal Saber with the crystals and the G-Phone, and we have all of this, like the entire series of designs, plus these new additional like concept art ones, like that's gonna look so good. That's gonna be one of the best displays I have, I think. Once everything is said and done, like I don't know, that might be pretty up there. If I had all the deluxe stuff, that would be it, but this is gonna be a pretty good runner-up. They also just put up, for out of nowhere, the super best Hopper Zector. I cannot freaking wait. That's pretty much it. That's what I needed for my Kabuto collection. I don't have everything. I only have the Kabuto, the Gattack, and then the Hyperzector, and then with this Hopperzector, that's all I have. But that's all I wanted. I just literally just wanted those. If they make the other ones, I'll probably still get them. But I just wanted these, so there you go. I'm happy. That's a good happy Kirby right there. Don't have to worry about that. That's a good time. So that'll be nice to get. We have the Bokenger, the Accellulator. That is cool. Cannot wait. The Memorial Edition. Again, they're with these memorials, they're getting pretty extensive. So it's pretty fun that they're doing everything, and I'm in for it. It looks really cool. They just put out a little trailer for it. I'm excited to mess with it. All the lights and sounds, the music. I don't know what music's in it. They've already said it. It's on the description, but I don't know. It's in Japanese. I don't read Japanese. I'm hoping that it has the Daiboken like theme song. Like that's a good one. Do 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 do. That's just, I like that. There's some really good stuff from some of the, I don't want to say older series, but from the series of the past. So, and then again, that's one where I've said that like that has one of the best, if not the best, vehicle Sentai like toys out there. So having the Memorial Morpher with the DX toys, that's a good time. That's a nice display. I already have them out. I have them out displayed. I do have a boxed version of the original Morpher. Pretty sure it's a Bandai Asia, like, knockoff version, but whatever. It looks good. It's in the packaging, like, on the shelf. It looks really good together. So it'll be nice to have, like, the Memorial one for, like, out on display, and then having the boxed DX one just, like, in the packaging as part of the display. Like, it just looks nice. So with all of the DX, like, Robo toys and all that. So that's cool. That's all I needed out of that. Same thing. Like, I just wanted to get the mechs, and then that was kind of, and then the Morpher, and then that was kind of it. I don't really need everything out of all of these lines, so I'm happy with that. I will say, I did buy a Die Voyager. I think I mentioned this before, but I finally got a Die Voyager, and it's a fixer-upper. I will admit it's going to need some work, but it's 100% intact and nothing's broken. So once I get it all cleaned up and painted and, looking good, it'll be a nice little display piece. So it's just a matter of getting there. There's just a lot of other stuff going on. Right now I have it put away, but yeah, I looked everything over and it's pretty cool. I'm liking it. It looks nice. It's just, again, figuring out what's the paints I need and all that, and then just getting it together. So, like, silver, easy, just silver. But the red and the yellow, I'm going to have to really pay attention to see how I can match that. So, going to be a good time. Like I said, little project. Going to have to put some work into it, but it'll be worth it. Because, again, it's complete. So, I'm happy. Nothing's broken. All the pieces are there. So, best you're going to do. I mentioned before, probably not going to do a lot of buying from eBay in terms of used products anymore. Going to stick to the new ones. Very happy. So, like I said, there's lots of stuff just coming out. I have decided if they do Abba Ranger, the Dino Thunder stuff, I'm in for that one too. That's a good one. That's a good dinosaur toy line. So, we've got Gao Ranger for animals. Perfect. And then if they do Abba Ranger, perfect. That's dinosaurs. And then I'm thinking about passing on the Car Ranger stuff. If I do, the reason would be because Deca Ranger. I would love to get the Super Mini Claw line for Deca Ranger and then paint them up, make them look nice. Oh! I can hear them. It's Deca Ranger. They're here. Deca Robo. Deca Red. Aibo. Ikuzo. Aibo. Yeah, I'm a big fan of, again, it's not even Deca Ranger, it's SPD. I really liked SPD. That's a good series. It's fun. It really did a good job of riding the line between being a little campy, but also like having some hard-hitting storylines. Because like it's a series about being the police. It should be, there should be mysteries. There should be, dun 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 dun. SPD version of that. Why not? I think that'd be really cool. So, and again, the designs look great. The helmets looked awesome. The costumes looked awesome. Their uniforms, like their police uniforms, not the Ranger costumes, but like their police uniforms looked really cool. It was just cool seeing them walking around in that. The Megazords, freaking cool. I freaking love those Megazords. Like the cohesiveness of all of them matching with being like police vehicles and then just having their Ranger color as accents. That looks so good with all of the sirens on it. Like, oh, that's a good look. So I would be very happy if they decided to do Decarobo and then the rest. They did the tour, the Die Ranger like turtle Megazord thing. But if they can do that one, yeah, they could do this one. This one's the same thing. It just like folds open and all that and just stands up. So yeah, I would like that. And then the Winger, the Deca Winger, that's such a cool one. And then, what do you freaking call it? The motorcycle one, the Omega Ranger. Like, that would be freaking cool. That would be one I would get two of. I would get 2 Deca Robos right off the bat. I might even do 3 and just to do the vehicles. I might do 3 right off the bat because I love the combination of just having Deca Robo in the motorcycle, riding it. That is sick. And then also just having them individual. Like, they just look cool on their own. So, I can see myself getting into it. Like I said, those are the 3 mini Pla lines that I'm allowing myself. Cow Ranger, Deca Ranger, and Abba Ranger. I'm going to pass on everything else. I've so far passed on everything else. Car Ranger is super tempting me, but Power Morphicon's coming up. I'm excited to go to that. I'm really hoping that MMPR Toys is going to be there. I did finish a little picture for them, so I'm hoping I can just give it to them. That would be cool. I'm hoping to go. I'm going on the Sunday, so I'm hoping that maybe there'll be some good prices, maybe some discounts. Like, for example, if I go and they have the Car Robo there and they're selling it for like $80 because it's Sunday and whatever, and they just want to sell one, screw it. I'll probably just get that. But if not, because there's a couple things I am looking for a Ryu Soldier, the kangaroo one. That one's so expensive, but it would be nice to have. I personally feel like my set is complete without it. I don't feel the need to, I don't have to have it, but it would be nice to add it to collection. I have almost everything else. It's pretty much just that, and then the light and darkness like Raptor ones. Again, I would love to have all of them, but if all I have is everything else that they released, that's a pretty good lineup. You can do a lot with this set, so I'm pretty happy with my collection in that regard. But if I can find it at the convention, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. That's kind of it. It's just I'm hoping to get that. Like I said, if Car Robo is on sale, maybe I'll pick that up. There's tons of stuff, honestly. There's so much out there that like would be hard to say no to. I'm gonna do my best. If I can find myself some Ginga Man stuff or Lost Galaxy, oh my god. I don't think I would get the Megazord. That would be insanely expensive. But if I could find myself the blue, like, Strato Megazord, whatever, that's going to be the one that got away. I missed out on it long ago. I think it might have been Robo Toy Fest. I'm pretty sure it was a Robo Toy Fest convention. I decided I was going to pick between the red one or the blue one. I went with the red one. I should have just did both. I should have just sucked it up and did both. But whatever. It was a different time. I was just like, working a very basic, shitty. I think I was getting like $8 an hour at the time. Like, this was a while ago. So, to be fair, that's just how that goes. I did finish off the rings for Gozuger. I do have now, the 5 Ranger rings. Hooray! So I got those. We got the Megazords. And then, there you go. So I'm happy with that collection. That's all I needed. The Memorial Edition is coming out. I'm going to pass. I'm happy with this DX one. It just came out. Like, I don't know. I think they should have probably just let that one sit for a bit. But I guess they're trying to strike while the iron's hot, I guess. So, I don't know. What else could it... obviously they're going to add background music and other stuff. But it does what I need it to do. The Magi phone... Like, I just did not have anything related to that at all, so this was just a cool way to get it. Same thing with the G phone. I didn't have nothing. I had nothing from those series, so this was my first time ever getting those, so that just worked out. But there's other ones. I would love to get a Memorial Edition of the Tensoder, the Gosei Morpher, whatever you want to call it. Like, I have the American version, and that's fine, but... I want a Japanese version so bad. That one's cool. I want that one. So if they do a memorial of that, which I think they will. I think if we're getting all this other stuff, I think we could see that. It'll be exciting, but I really hope to get that. I guess that's just kind of it. We're going to wrap it up there. Like I said, the collection's still chugging along. We're working on stuff. Oh, one last thing I'll say is I'm working on my Master Grade Age Gundam. It's looking great. I'm working on the panel lines today. My goal is to get the panel lines done today, and then tomorrow do the decals. And then once I do the decals, I can top coat it next week. That would be the plan there. Between Saturday and Sunday, I think I can knock it out. Maybe not, but we can try. And then from there, I would just need to mask it, do the detailing, and then that's it. Done, put it together. We're almost done with the age, probably another month or so. And then we move on to the real grade Impulse. That'll be a good one too. That one's going to take longer. I really think that one's going to take a bit longer, even though it's a smaller kit, just because like it's a busy kit. This one's pretty simple. The Master Grade Age Normal is nothing too crazy in terms of just like a model kit. It's pretty straightforward. That's why I'm doing it. But the real grade Force Impulse, there's a little bit more going on, and I'm excited to do that one. And then after that, I think we're tackling the high-grade Kshatriya. Once I finish off the real grade Impulse, probably going to be a long while from now. But once that one's done, I'm going to start sanding up the Kshatriya, and yeah, that's going to be an intense one too. So I'm excited. I think it'll be a little bit less of a hassle than the HG, the O. Overall, it wasn't too bad, but in terms of the Kshatriya, I think it'll be less than that. I really feel like the Kshatriya is pretty well broken up into what it needs to be, with just a few minor parts that it's just like, okay, this would look nice if it was silver or gunmetal or something like that. The white parts for like all the etching and the detailing, that's going to be kind of annoying, but at the same time, I think I'll be all right. I think I know how to go about it where it's not going to be a big, huge pain in the ass. I think we're going to be fine there. So that's what I can say about that. But anyways, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We've been just going on along, talked a lot about Kamen Rider and Super Sentai and Power Rangers, so it's nice to get that all out there. But until next time, guys, we're